everybody. Thanks again for joining me today. My name is Erica and I'll be leading us through a low energy stress relief yoga class. So what you can expect in this class is a lot of slow movement and an emphasis on our breath. If you were with me on Friday, we're going to stick with the theme of spinal twisting. And spinal twists are great for decompressing the spine as well as massaging and stimulating our internal organs. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody to always listen to your body, and if you have any prior medical conditions, make sure to check with your doctor before starting any exercise regimen. So today we're going to get started in a seated position facing the front of our mat. And we're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together into a loose diamond shape with our legs, placing our hands at our sides and finding length through our spine. Just take a few breaths here. Bring the hands to the legs and start some shoulder rolls, nice, slow, and exaggerated. Shoulders roll up to the ears and down the back. I love shoulder rolls. They sort of just roll the tension off of the body. Let's make sure to reverse direction. So shoulders roll down and around the front. For the 4-count breath, we're going to breathe in through our nose for a count of 4, and we'll exhale everything smoothly out through the mouth. Let's start on an exhale. Inhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Last time, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and release. Gaze softly down towards your feet. Keep your gaze focused. And follow the natural rise and fall of your chest. Drop your chin to your chest. And start some neck rolls in a clockwise direction. So ear rolls over to the shoulder. Careful as you come around the back, keep a lift in the neck, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. We're going to stick with this for about 15 to 20 seconds, so move at your own pace. Finish up with the last 5 seconds or so, and meet with chin to chest. Reverse the direction, going counterclockwise. Nice and slow. Finishing up with the last 5 seconds, complete the circle and rest with chin to chest. Raise the chin and look forward. Stay where you're at, seated on your mat. I'm going to move so you can see me a little easier for the next few poses. Lift the arms to shoulder height and draw them directly out in front of you. Place the right arm underneath and wrap the arms into eagle arms. So arms wrap like vines, aiming to bring the insides of the hands together. If that's not accessible, back of the hands will work. Keep the elbows lifting high, but the shoulders drawing down the back, arms directly in front of the face. We're expanding here, the back side of the body across the shoulders. Try gently tilting your head side to side. Release the arms back to shoulder height and find a side bend over to the left. Gently rise up and side bend to the opposite side. Find the lift with arms at shoulder height. This time we'll take eagle arms with the left arm underneath, elbows up and shoulders down. Gently tilting the head side to side. Release the arms back to shoulder height and bring them down by your sides. Place the hands behind you, fingertips facing away from the body, and start to draw the heels closer in towards you, pressing firmly into the pinky edges of the feet, opening the hips in Baddha Konasana. Gaze is up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths into the chest. If you're looking for a little more sensation in the hips, walk the hands closer in towards the body so you're leaning forward, leading with the chest. Slowly begin to round the spine, bring the hands to the feet, tuck your chin to chest, and hold here. Slowly lift the spine upright. Place your hands on the outsides of the knees and draw them together like you're closing a book. Place your hands on the back of your thighs and slowly roll down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Place your arms wide at your sides, palms face up. Step the feet apart and let knees fall in. Just breathing here. Step the feet in so that they're hips width distance apart and they're no longer touching, so knees are pointing up to the ceiling. And bring some attention to the low back. Notice how it gently curves away from the floor. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, drawing the belly into the mat and pressing the low back flat to the mat, decompressing the vertebrae. And gently release, coming back to the natural curve in your spine. Take that a few times nice and slow, tucking the tailbone under, dropping back flat to mat, and gently releasing. We'll stick with this for about another 10 seconds or so, so move at your own pace. Keep the breath nice and steady. We're going to hold with the tailbone tucked and back drop to the mat and draw both knees into chest, feet side by side, holding on to the back of the thighs. So further decompressing the low spine here. Take some deep breaths on the sides of the body. Keeping the thighs glued to the body, we're going to slowly rock side to side, very slowly, giving a little massage to the muscles in the back side of the body. Rocking side to side. Give me another rock back and forth. And then we'll meet with knees to chest. Place your arms back at shoulder height, palms face up. Slowly let the knees fall to the right side of the body into reclined spinal. Knees and feet are stacked. We want a nice gentle spinal twist here, so slide the knees down so that they're in line with the lower ribs, maybe even a little bit lower. Head gently turns to the left. Slowly lift the knees back to chest, then over to the left, head to the right. Roll all the way over to the left side of your body. Take a short moment of stillness on your side. And very slowly press yourself up to seated. Let's find a tabletop position, so on our hands and our knees, wrists stacked under shoulders, and knees under hips. Again, notice how we have a natural curve in our low back here. Gently tuck the tailbone under, drawing the belly in to flatten the back. Lift out of the shoulders and gaze down towards your mat. Nice active tabletop. Extending long out through the crown of the head, down the length of the spine, out through the tailbone. Let's lift up to the fist, just giving a little ease to the wrist here. And slowly round the spine into cat pose, tucking chin to chest, drawing belly up to ceiling. Slowly arch the spine into cow, gazing up. And exhale back to cat. Inhale to cow. One last time, exhaling to round the spine into cat. Inhaling to lift and arch. And relax back to neutral. Uncurl the toes so the top of your feet are on the mat if they're not already. Extend the right leg long behind you, heel in line with hip and toes pointed. Flex the foot, pressing out through the heel, and return to a point, out through the toes. Back and forth, just loosening any stiffness in the legs. Holding the point, draw the knee into the chest, round the spine, lift the belly high, and step the foot through into lunge. Manually place the foot into alignment, ankle under knee if it doesn't get there on its own. Inhale through the nose, lifting both arms overhead. Exhaling out through the mouth, bringing hands together and down through heart center. Hold here, find length through the sides of the body. Rooting down through the left knee, stretching tall out through the head. Draw the belly back towards the spine and slowly spinal twist to the right. Even if you manage just a few inches, that'll do. If you want to challenge your balance, try looking out over the right shoulder. Keep the belly drawing in. Slowly unwind. Bring hands back down to the mat, fists to mat. Extend the right leg long behind you, point through toes, and return to tabletop. Left leg extends, pointing through the toes. Flex and point a few times, back and forth. Hold the point and give me a crunch. Knee to chest, round the spine, draw belly in, step foot through. Draw breath in through the nose, arms overhead. Out through the mouth, hands down to heart center. Grow nice and tall here, draw the belly in. Relax shoulders down the back. Slowly, spinal twist to the left. Keeping the thighs energetically drawing together towards the midline of your body for some stability. Looking out over left shoulder if you're challenging your balance. Slowly unwind, place fists down to mat. Stretch left leg long behind you and return to tabletop. Settle into child's pose, hips to heels. Separate knees wide. Arms extend down the length of the mat, forehead to mat. Take a few deep breaths here. If you're uncomfortable in child's pose for any reason, return to tabletop. Place your elbows down to the mat and take a rest here instead. Everyone slowly come back to a tabletop position. Lift up to the fist. Extend through the right leg, point through the toes. Give me a crunch, knee to chest, step the foot through into lunge. Tuck left toes onto the mat and lift the left knee into the air. Lift up to the fingertips to get more lift in the chest. Draw the belly in. So right knee stays stacked right over the ankle, pressing out through the left heel. If you need a little bit of ease, left knee can bend. Step up to the top of the mat into half lift. So hands to the shins and back flat. Draw the belly in, draw shoulders down back. If you're tight in the leg, softly bend the knees. A few breaths here. Then lower to forward fold. Bending the knees, dropping belly to thighs, arms and head hang heavy. Rock the weight into the balls of the feet. Keeps the hips lifting high and the belly drawing in. Tuck your chin to your chest, and one vertebrae at a time will rise up to a standing position, nice and slow. Once the body's upright, chin lifts from the chest. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Place your hands on your hips. Make sure you're standing at the top of your mat, feet hips width distance apart. We're going to move into a little balance. Shift all the weight into the left leg and make sure not to lock out that joint, a tiny micro bend in the standing leg. Draw the belly back to the spine and stand up nice and tall. As we inhale through the nose, we'll lift the right foot off the mat, drawing the belly in, knee in line with hip. On the exhale, we'll step the foot down to the mat. If you struggle to move slowly through the body, just focus on the breath. Step the right foot to the center of the mat, and we'll shift all the weight into the right leg. Left toes lift up, point through the toes. Exhale, foot down to mat. And we step up to the top of the mat. Switching sides, all the weight in the right foot. Inhale to lift the left. Exhale to step the foot down. Step to the center of the mat. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, down. Step to the top of the mat. We're going to do this one more time. If you want a challenge for your balance, you're going to skip stepping the foot down to the mat here and go directly to the center of the mat. So I'll demo one time if you're interested. So you'll inhale and lift the knee, and exhale right to the center of the mat, and wait for me there. So we'll all start together, feet at the top, all the weight in the left leg. Inhale, draw the knee up. Exhale, step the foot down. Step to the center of the mat. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale to lower. Step to top of mat. Weight in the right foot. Inhale to lift. Exhale to step the foot down. Step to center of the mat. Right foot lifts on the inhale. Exhale to lower. Step back to top of mat. Lower your hands down by your side. Stand up nice and tall. Lift the arms overhead. Look overhead. Take a few breaths here. Then lower to forward fold. Bend the knees and belly to thighs. Rise half lift, flat in the back. Lower forward fold. Belly comes down. Tuck your chin to your chest and rise to standing, nice and slow. This time let's tie them with a breath. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise up to standing, drawing out the inhale. And exhaling at the top. Last time, deep breath in, arms up. Exhale to fold, belly comes down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to standing. And exhale at the top. Place hands back on your hips and stand nice and tall. Take a few breaths here. Keeping hands on hips, hinge forward into half lift. Bending the knees if the legs are tight. Holding here, stretching out through the crown of the head. Then lowering to fold, belly to thighs. Taking ragdoll this time, grabbing opposite elbows. Just finding a little more length through the spine. Release your arms and rise to half lift. Step the right foot back into lunge, so as my right foot steps back, I bring my fingertips down to the mat. Chest sends forward, belly drawing in. Remember, you can bend that right leg if you need some ease. Breathe here. Drop right knee to mat and uncurl the toes. And settle into tabletop position, hands in the knees. Slowly lean forward, shoulders out past the wrists. Bring chest down to mat, elbows close to body, and then roll the rest of the body flat. Draw belly back to the spine to lift the chest into baby cobra. And press to child's, hips to heels. Take a breath or two here. slowly rise to tabletop. We'll tie it in with a breath. Exhale to lean forward and find the floor, elbows close to body. Inhale to lift the chest, baby cobra. And exhale to child's, hips to heels. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to lean forward and find the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale to child's, hips to heels. Come forward all the way onto our bellies, placing your arms along the sides of your body, palms face up, turning your head to one side so you can rest on your cheek. Take a short rest here. Bring toes together, but let the heels fall out to help relax the low back. Letting your body hang heavy onto the floor. Slowly turn your head to the opposite side, resting on your cheek. Slowly bend your knees so toes point up towards the ceiling, and gently windshield wiper the feet, letting them fall side to side, nice and slow. Again, just relaxing and reducing any tension in the low back. Lower your legs back onto the mat. Lift your chest off the mat and bring your elbows under your shoulders so you can prop your chest up fully. Take your right hand and cup your chin. Left hand to cup the back of the head. So we're very gently pressing up on the chin and very gently pressing down on the back of the head. Getting a nice stretch for the neck here. Taking slow, steady breaths. Slowly switching sides, so left hand cups the chin and right hand to the back of the head. Slowly release. Take both hands to the back of the head and gently press the chin down towards the chest. Slowly release the head and press to child's. Hips back to heels. Arms along the sides of the body as we continue rounding the spine, relaxing the shoulders down to the floor, forehead to mat. slowly start to rise to seated. Swing the legs around front so they're down the length of your mat. One last bit of spinal rounding here. Go ahead and flex the feet. Lift arms overhead. Drop chin to chest. Slowly round the spine into a rounded back stretch, lowering hands to knees and pointing the elbows out to either side of the room. Relax the shoulders down the back and away from the ears. And take nice deep breaths. Stretching the whole length of the spine here. From the top of the neck all the way down to the tailbone. Allowing the spine to decompress. We'll take a few more breaths here. Slowly begin to lift the spine upright. If you're not already, move into the center of your mat. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Bring your hands to the back of your thighs and lean forward, bringing the belly close to the thighs and lengthening the spine for a counter stretch. Shoulders fall down the back once again. If you want a little more work for your core here in your back, try walking the toes closer into the body. As the toes walk in, you continually find length through the chest, drawing the belly back towards the spine. We'll hold for a few more breaths here. Gentle toning in the back. Lengthening the spine. If you walk the feet in towards the body, place them back out. Hands on the back of the thighs. And we'll slowly roll down onto our back, one vertebrae at a time. Take a few moments of stillness here on your back. Straighten your legs onto the mat. Lift arms overhead. Give me a nice long stretch out through the arms, out through the legs. And then lower the arms down by your sides. Draw right knee in towards chest into Uttanasana, holding on below the knee and keeping the feet flexed. If you're interested in creating some more sensation in the hip, draw the knee out towards right armpit, still keeping thigh close to body. Gently release the leg onto the mat. Draw left knee in towards the chest, flex the feet. drawing the knee out towards the armpit if you did so on the opposite side. And gently releasing leg to mat. Both knees draw to chest now, feet side by side, pulling the thighs close to body. Nice rounding in the low back. Place your hands on the outer edge of each foot and lift the feet into happy baby. Soles of feet to ceiling, knees out towards armpits and down to the floor, keeping the ankles in line with the knees. Maybe rocking gently side to side. Slowly draw the knees back to the center of the chest, heels close to body. Place your hands on the back of the thighs and extend the feet up towards the ceiling. Let's keep the knees bent today for our inversion. Trying to find a little ease. Improving our circulation while we induce relaxation. Keep your focus on your breath. And as we close out our practice, this is a perfect time to close the eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Make the last few breaths here nice and deep. Draw the heels close to the body. Place the arms back at shoulder height, palms face up. Slowly let the knees fall to the right into reclined spinal. If you liked the ease and the twist at the beginning of the class, lower the knees in line with the low ribs or lower. If you want a bit deeper of a twist, draw the knees up a little closer to the arm. Make sure head's turned to the left and left shoulder hangs heavy to the mat. Slowly draw the knees back to center. Let them fall over to the left and head to the right. This time, right shoulder presses heavy to the floor. Slowly draw the knees back to the center of the body. Wrap your arms around the legs, pulling them close. Slowly lift your head to meet your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, hold it at the top. As you slowly exhale out through the mouth, lay flat on the mat, separating legs and arms nice and wide. Palms face up, toes fall out, and eyes are closed. Inch the shoulders away from the ears. Separate the top and the bottom jaw. Drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your brow. Let the throat relax. The shoulders hang heavy to the floor. Arms hang heavy all the way down to the back of the hands. As you exhale, chest sinks heavy to the mat, down the belly into the hips. The legs settle heavy onto the mat, down the calves to the heels. Follow the natural pattern of your breath. And let every exhale relax you a little more onto your mat. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Welcome movement back to your body. slowly roll over to the right side of your body and take a moment of stillness on your side, perhaps using your arm as a pillow. Try keeping the eyes closed and slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We'll finish class with 3 cleansing breaths together as one, breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. We'll stick with the 4-count breath, this time breaking up the exhale into 4 counts as well. Let's start on an exhale. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breath in, 2, 3, 4. Breath out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Take a second to thank yourself and thank your body for getting you through this practice, for taking the time for this practice. And I thank you for letting me lead you. Namaste. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the class this week. I teach this style every Sunday at 11 a.m. If you're interested in something a little more demanding in the body, a little more quicker paced, I teach a beginner's vinyasa yoga every Friday at 10. Hope to see you guys sometime next week.